Well, my name's Tony Viator. I'm a guide for Otter Creek Outfitters. Been guiding for Jim for 4 years now. It'll be my 5th year next season. Started coming up here about 12 years ago. Hunted with Jim a couple of times and then did a lot of hunting on my own. Came by, I always stayed in contact with Jim while we was up here, and he knew he needed a guide and he gave me a call. I asked if I could come up and give him a hand. So I came up the first year and I've been here ever since. I think one of the things I like about hunting here at Otter Creek is we have just incredible number of deer, antelope. We have some elk, not a great deal of elk, but they're increasing. And it's very seldom we go a day without seeing 100 deer in a day, maybe 200 on a really good day. And majority of those will be does, obviously, but we do get probably 50, 75 bucks a day on one of those days like that. And it's hard to have a bad time when you're seeing that many deer, especially that many bucks. Well, first I think Montana in general is pretty underrated as an antelope destination. Everybody thinks big antelope, they automatically think Arizona or New Mexico. And over the years, hunting up here in Montana, both on public land and on the land we control on Otter Creek Outfitters, we've taken just a tremendous number of really exceptional antelope. This year we were lucky enough to take one that scored 84 and change with 17-inch horns. I mean, it's just, that kind of antelope is something you don't expect when you come to Montana, just because you see a lot of antelope. When I first started hunting up here, I wasn't much of an antelope hunter, didn't know much about them. And the more I've hunted them, the more I've come to realize that they really are one of the most fun animals that you can possibly hunt anywhere. And we have a lot of them here. We have some big ones here. You're going to see antelope. You're going to see a lot of antelope. And whether you're bow hunting or rifle hunting, you're going to get an opportunity at a good go. It's as simple as that. Jim's been guiding and hunting up here for most of his life. I know he's been in operation for over 25 years now and fished over here on the Bighorn for 30 years. You can't ask for a more professional guide who's going to go to do everything he can to make you have a good time and to put you on a good animal. That's pretty much what we strive for here. Myself, Jim, JD, we all want everybody to have a really good time. And at the same time, we expect to put you on a good animal, something you can be proud of when you get back to the house, wherever home may be. In regard to the fishing over here on the Bighorn, you can see it's pretty snowy behind me, and we're over here in December. Not when most people think about coming and fishing, especially trout fishing. You go fishing this time of year, you go to the Caribbean or something, but it's one of the most underrated, in my opinion, underfished during the winter rivers you can ever get an opportunity to fish. We've been out here for about 2 hours now, and I think we've probably caught 40 fish in 2 hours. The browns are really hitting this time of year, and if you can get into them and get what they're feeding on, you can catch some just tremendous rainbow trout this time of the year. There's very little traffic on the river right now, and if you don't mind a little cool weather like we have right now, it's about 45 degrees right now, and you can handle a little bit of cold weather, and you can have a really, really good time out here fishing this time of year. Well, I'm from Texas. That's my home, but unfortunately I fell in love with Montana the first time I ever came up here, and I don't see how anyone who comes up here can't. If you look behind me, the scenery is just breathtaking. And this particular portion of Montana, kind of underrated for scenery, but we got the Bighorn Mountains as a backdrop here where we're fishing. A little bit of snow on the hills. It's beautiful. And until you've actually been here and experienced it, you just can't appreciate just how wonderful this place is.
Well, my name is J.D. Wilkins. I'm Jim's son. Lived out in Otter for 21 years. Been around the fishing and hunting my whole life. So, Otter's a pretty rugged terrain, lots of trees. We do have the kind of grassy rolling hills as well. That's great for the antelope, but we kind of got both the best worlds there. More mild hills, and then you got the pretty rugged hills as well. Depends on how you like to hunt. As far as food goes at the lodge, we stay pretty well fed. As far as lunch, breakfast, dinner, even dessert, the whole works. So you got to exercise a lot, keep it off. A lot of people complain about getting fat coming out here. Fishing on the Bighorn, I've probably been doing that as longer than anything else, so I've been using a fly rod as long as I could hold one and rowing it almost as long, rowing the boat. But fishing here, I haven't had a bad day of fishing. It's always pretty easy to pick up on as well for people who haven't ever done it before. Having grown up here and going other places and stuff, I wouldn't really trade my life for anything else. I like being out here between the river and the Otter. You know, I wouldn't go anywhere else really.